What's going on, you guys? Let's replace the fan, because as you can see behind me, it's a pretty old fan, right? It's pretty old. So we're gonna take that down. We're gonna replace it with a new one. I'll give you the details to the new one and my process, how I did it. But for now, enjoy this commentated time lapse. What's going on, guys? This is Zell with MixStar Audio at MixStarAudio.com, where we encourage you to be your own star. Let's take off a fan, guys. Let's change it out. As you guys can see, this fan is pretty old. This house was actually built in the early 1900s, if I'm not mistaken. Now, in order to change this fan out, I had to remove the fan blades first in order to take the mount guard down, the cover, the entire cover to come off, and see what I'm working with, see what I'm gonna need to do. And it looks like I'm gonna have to take the entire cover off, which in order to do so, I have to first take off the lights. In order to take off those lights, I have to disconnect the wiring from the main wiring of the unit. After doing that, unscrewing the headpiece for the lights, I'm able to take the framing off, and then I'm able to take the actual ceiling fan unit off of the mount. All right, guys, we're back. Yesterday we lost a lot of daylight, but today we came very early, and we're gonna get the ceiling fan installed. So let's do that. We're gonna continue where we left off, which is we have everything capped off. I'm gonna make sure that the power is still turned off at the breaker, and then we'll go ahead, suit up, boot up, get to work. My mother-in-law just moved into a new home. It's a beautiful home, and we're just helping out, doing a couple things. We are doing 2 ceiling fan removals and installations, as well as the front porch light. We took the old fan down. You guys saw that. Today we are putting the new fan up. What fan is this? We're using the Ashby Park 44-inch LED indoor color changing ceiling fan. You get white, soft, and daylight. All right, 5,000 kelvins, 3,000 kelvins, 2,700 kelvins. We're installing this fan. If you guys are interested in this fan, you want to know more about it, just click the link in the description. So far we have it unboxed already. Everything is laid out on the counter. So, it is a new day. My film lights at home, I left those at home twice. So we came early today during the, to get some good daylight. As you can see now, I'm taking the wiring from the unit and making sure that my copper is showing, making sure it was trimmed. I didn't show you guys the part of me trimming the wire because I forgot my cutters, so I had to use a knife. I didn't want to show you guys that. You can see I got the job done. So while the fixture is on the ceiling, I've wired everything up. As you guys can see, there is a hook available for you to hook the fixture onto, so you can rest the fixture on the mount while you are getting everything together. This house is a very old house, and so it was wired very differently than a lot of houses are today. There were 3 white or brown wires that were coming out. I actually had to do a little bit of research and find out what those wires were. When I did, I was able to move forward. What I'm doing right now is, well, you guys just saw me connect everything and wrap the electrical tape around everything. This is me doing the opposite of all of that. I had to scratch everything I did because I was moving kind of fast and forgot to put the mount guard on the lighting fixture before connecting everything. You'll see that in a minute. that has to go on first in order to cover up all of the screws, you know, things like that, as well as the base of the mount. Now I have the fixture back on. I'm rewiring everything. On the ceiling fan, there's a blue and a black wire. Those are your hot wires. And then there is a standalone white wire, which is your neutral wire. And then of course you have your ground. On the fans that I was taking off, the grounds weren't connected to anything. So I actually went ahead and connected this ground to the ground that's running through the house in the ceiling. You guys comment below if you guys do that, recommend that, don't recommend that. Like I mentioned, I am not an electrician at all, so I won't pretend to be. But when things like this, you know, small power projects, we can definitely do. This being part of our job, we do know a thing or two about what we're doing, obviously. So after getting everything rewired, re-electrical taped, I get the lighting fixture mounted onto the mount. You guys see a little wobble in the fixture, and that's personally very annoying and unsettling to me. But like I mentioned, it's a pretty old house, and so the electrical socket that everything goes into for this ceiling fan is loose. And so putting the mount on there, you know, onto a loose socket is just, everything is going to be loose and wobbly. The previous fans did not have any wobble or give because their mount came a little bit bigger, and so their mount was their mount enabled the fan to stabilize by using the ceiling as leverage. As you guys saw when we removed it, the mount took up a nice little surface area on top of the ceiling. This one does not. It's literally just connected to directly connected to the box and not really leveraging the ceiling much. So we have a little bit of wobble. And as you guys can see, the switch for the 3000, 2700, and the 5000 Kelvin switch that will enable us to change the temperature of the light, whether you want it to be a warm, a dim warm, or a bright white. You can change that via that switch right there before you put the glass covering on. You guys can see we play around with that a little bit, see which one looks the best for the room and which one she would likely prefer to have. Once we get it set, we put the glass cover back on the light. Yep, we got it set. All you got to do is twist that on, and that's it. All right, guys, there you have it. Ceiling fan replaced and installed. That's clean. That's clean. And there you go. So this is the second light ceiling fan lighting fixture we had to install. We took the fan that was there prior it was the exact same fan from the kitchen. Exact same process removing it. This is a different fan being installed though, so I kind of wish I had a video for you guys, but we didn't have any light, and like I said, I forgot my lights at home. So there you have it, 2 ceiling fans installed and ready to go. See you guys in the next video.